And now, shooting it straight with Donnie C. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Shooting It Straight with Donnie C. I am your host, Donnie C, and as you can see below me, Dave, you can see that not all the view and opinions of this are just me. There's another guy with me, a guy who's scared to talk and have an opinion because he's afraid that other people might be offended or get their feelings hurt. I am not that guy. But with me, my good friend, the little scaredy cat, Dave.
I don't even. Hey. Hi, Don.
Hi, Dave. How are you?
Why do you not like my new disclaimer for the
Is
show?
that the new intro to the show now? There's a
Yeah.
disclaimer at every show.
Every show, I'm letting it roll, baby.
Every show. Okay. For those of you who don't know, this is Shooting It Straight with Donnie C. I am Donnie C. That is Dave. Dave has been my co-host from the beginning. And basically what this show is, it's a show about us having fun, entertaining each other, and hopefully you as well. Hopefully you smile. Hopefully you laugh. You're spending some time with us. And that's all we're really looking to do. The world is crazy and screwed up, and we want to have some fun. So we do it this way. We also answer some of your questions, though, while we're doing the show. And how do we get your questions? Well, during a live show, you can actually type them in the chat. But if we're not doing a live show and we're just recording, you can send your questions to shootingitstraight@gmail.com right there. And then what happens is my good friend Dave, he gets all the questions. I do not get the questions. I don't want to know the questions until we're doing this. He asks me live while we're recording, so I have no time to prepare for anything. Like, I got nothing. And I give you an answer, and I try and make it funny. I try and make it fun, and I try and have a good time with it and give you an actual answer as well. Now, sometimes the questions are more about my life, and if you've seen some of the answers I've given in the past, that in itself can be entertaining at times. A little rough around the edges sometimes. Hey, I tell you, a tough crowd, I tell you. Hey. But it's always a good time. So, without further ado, Dave.
Yes.
After this recording, I'm actually going to do a softball game. I have 2 softball games today that I'm playing.
Right.
Now, I haven't played softball in quite some time. I did last week. We had our season opener, I guess, if you will.
Right.
And I haven't played softball besides that one years. I'm talking 4, 5, maybe even 6 years. It's been a while.
It's been that long?
Because
I remember when I came out there, I would go and watch and
correct. But then since then, I had my ACL surgery. I haven't played since before that. Okay. So that's been years. So we played the other day, and I actually didn't do as bad as I expected, which was nice, considering I'm turning 48 soon.
Right.
I haven't played in years. My arm's not what it used to be, and what it used to be wasn't that good to begin with.
Yeah.
So
still playing third?
Still playing third. Still playing third.
Move.
The hot spot, baby. No.
Go in the outfield, man. Go out the outfield.
No, I can't judge the ball off the bat. I haven't played baseball. For those of you who don't know me, when I was a kid, my father put me in baseball, Little League. Mm-hmm. And I would be and I was always a good hitter, and I was always a good player of baseball. I always did good. But with Little League, I'd get on base, and I'd be waiting. And then I'd wait. And there was no stealing back then. There was no T-ball. It was pitching and everything else, and this, that, the other. And I think they were very lenient with the balls, but you just kept. And then I would have kids that would just never swing that got up after me. They would, right. never swing. Like 5 times the whole season swinging a bat. And I'm sitting at second going, hit the ball. I'm getting ready to run. I'm digging in. And they would never, the bat never moved. And during the middle of the season to the end of the season, I said to my father, I said, listen, if I have to wait for him to hit the ball, for me to get home, and they put me in the outfield, and nobody's hitting the outfield in Little Leagues. I'm like, this is the most boring game I've ever played in my life.
Just sit down in the outfield.
This is the game. I'm standing on base. I'm standing in the outfield. I hated it.
Yeah.
And I told my father I'd never play again.
Right.
Never. And he never did. I never did.
Right.
And my father hated it because it was like, it's the American pastime. You can throw the ball around. Nope, right. Didn't want nothing to do with it. So I never did. Until I was 40 years old. And my wife goes, hon, I did something this weekend.
Yeah, that's the famous last words.
What'd you do?
What did you do?
And she goes, I signed up for a co-ed softball team. What? Great. That's wonderful. Good for you. That's wonderful. For the games. I'll hang out. She goes, well, that's good because I did something else too.
Signed you up too, sucker.
Sub, so you probably won't play that much. It just, in case we're short players, you can play.
Right.
I play every single game. Every game. And they have me in the outfield. And if you throw the ball to me, I'll run, I'll dive, I'll catch it. No problems. Dave, you see me do stupid shit, I'll do it. Mm-hmm. You get it off a bat, it takes me a minute to go. Where did it go?
Where did it go?
Oh, a minute. And I can run quick, but I'm still trying to catch up now.
Right.
It was terrible. It was terrible. So then the following year, she signed us up again. And this year, she became a captain of the team with another buddy of ours. And they were the captains. And then she goes, put Don at third. And the guy goes, yeah, go ahead.
Stupid question, though. If you can't see the ball off the bat when you're out in the outfield, how the fuck are you seeing a line drive coming right at you?
And here's the difference.
Okay. Explain.
In the outfield, I have time to think.
Okay.
Carrie Ann said, my wife said, put him at third. Instinctually, he's a great player. It's when he's thinking, he screws up everything. And it's pretty accurate. Because if the line drive's coming, I move and I react.
Right.
It's very quick. It's very short. I don't have time to go, well, where did it go? Which way should I go? It's either I get it or I don't.
Right.
And a lot of times I get it because it's just, okay.
Right.
Whatever. There's a couple that get by me. I'm not going to say there's not. And now that I'm almost 48 years old, I'm not diving like I would when I was a kid or nothing like that, too. And some of the shortstops next to us were like, Don, you should have dove. That was my dive.
I'm thinking about Major League, man, where he's like, don't give me any of that Olay bullshit. Get in front of that ball.
And then I got up last week.
Right.
First time up in years. I got a triple.
Not bad.
That's the hardest base to get on.
Yeah. Right, but
I'm there, Dave. I'm there.
Right, but I'm assuming that everybody's in the same age group, so you probably hit it in a gap, and it probably took a while for people to get there. So there's probably a lot of factors that helped you get the third.
30-year-olds there. They're all, and we have some on our team also. There's some 30-year-olds. They're all over the place. But yes, we're not professionals by any stretch of the imagination. But no, I hit it in the gap, and I ran like a lunatic, like the roadrunner I am.
Now, is this the same league that you were in before?
No, this
totally
is
different league.
This is through my work. It's just an all-male work, and that made me a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie. This is the first time I've ever played in an all-male league.
Oh, so this is a legit thing. Okay,
this is a legit thing. Yeah, and
not that wasn't a legit thing, but this is
a more legit thing.
Right.
For in my head, it is at least.
Yeah.
But I got on base every time. I made some plays. I think I only made one or two errors. Mm-hmm. That's a win for me. And I was only sore because my muscles were sore. I didn't hurt myself. And that is a huge win.
Right. Well, you probably didn't stretch, because stretching will hurt yourself more than if you do stretch. I don't believe that
for a second. I think we need to Google fact that again. And if you don't know what we're talking about, go back and check the last couple of episodes. Dave was talking about how stretching isn't good for you, and you might pull something if you stretch.
That's right. Or you'll reduce your potential by overstretching.
Right. Yeah. No.
See, if by stretching, you could have had an inside the park home run. Probably you could have ran all of them, but no, because you stretched.
If it wasn't my first at bat, and if it wasn't, and I was like, man. And I did the hike last week too on Monday. I did the Devil's Bridge hike and everything else.
Yep.
So I did like 8-9 mile hike, and then I ran. I'm like, what am I doing? By Wednesday, by the time the episode dropped, my legs were shot.
Yeah. I know that experience just because when you lived out here, I think you had like a birthday party at a park or whatever.
I think it was the adoption party. Yeah,
that was it. Yeah, and I was younger then. I was probably in my 30s or whatever then. And I just went all out running bases and shit like that. And then the next day, forget about it. My legs were destroyed. I don't know how the hell I remember I was working. I walked up somebody's steps like really fucking slow, and then when I turned around, my heel slipped off the top of the step, and my legs were so shot I couldn't like brace myself, so I just down the steps, and I got down to the bottom, grabbing the rail, going, "Oh, you son of a bitch!"
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, walking was fine after that, but yeah, it was actually steps, like going up steps or getting into cars or whatever. Yeah. So, yeah.
When I used to do cross country in high school, the first week, and you're supposed to practice all week and everything else, and this, that, the other. You never did all summer or whatever else. So the first day of practice, the coach would make us run 8 miles.
The hell with that.
No. And then I had to walk home after that. And then I think I was 1.9 miles, and it was like buses are 2 miles away. I was 1.9 miles away. So I had to walk to school. I ran 8 miles. Then I had to walk home, and then as I got to my house, there was stairs that I had to go up. I crawled up them bitches. That was
a little side note to like running miles or whatever. The other day, my wife texts me, "Oh, your daughter has she doesn't feel good. She's dizzy, you know." And I'm like, "All right, whatever." So they said, she said, "Stay at the school for a minute, see if you feel any better." Okay. She was supposed to go to gym. So gym class is over. All of a sudden, my daughter feels awesome. She was great. Finished out the day, came home. So she calls me up. I'm like, "Oh, so what happened?" Well, I don't know what happened. I felt dizzy and lightheaded. And what? I said, what class? Gym. What were you supposed to do in gym? Oh, I was supposed to run I was supposed to run the mile. I go,
it all makes sense.
That's it. Exactly.
Yep.
That's the bottom line.
Oh my God. Yeah. Getting out of things. Speaking of getting out of things.
Yeah.
There was somebody this past week, O.J. Simpson.
Yeah.
Passed away, cancer. It's a terrible thing, and I feel bad for the family. I was wondering if he left a note behind.
Oh my God, here we go. wait, hold on, let me get it again.
I was really hoping, because he was not. He was allegedly he did some stuff, but the courts found him not guilty, and he's free. And that's by all means. I can't say that it's otherwise, but I was just wondering if there was a note left behind. I did it, bitches, or something.
Oh God. I don't think you're good. No, even if there was, I'm pretty sure the family burnt that shit.
Well, what if it was in a lawyer's thing, like his last goodbye?
Oh, he put it in his will? He put it in the will? Yeah.
Something like that. Like, that would be awesome.
I don't think everybody would think that would be awesome. You know what I mean?
I would think that's awesome, which is why the whole banner came up already.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. I think that would be awesome. I think the fact that they would finally find out who was the murderer, because there's a murderer running free then.
Yeah.
Still out there somewhere. OJ looking what he was looking for. I can't find her. I looked everywhere but a mirror. Like, he couldn't find them anyway. He was looking for him on the golf course. He was looking for the murderers everywhere, but he never looked in the mirror. Just saying. You never know. You look in the mirror, there might be somebody behind you. You don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe they're coming for him next. The juice was loose.
Oh my God.
Just saying.
But do you remember like that when that event happened, that was like, because this was before all social media and shit like that. So it was legit, like everybody was watching their TVs, watching that helicopter follow that Bronco.
NBA Finals. This is when I used to watch sports.
Yeah.
He interrupted the Knicks game, I believe, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
The Knicks were in the playoffs, and he interrupted that because there was a low-speed chase.
Yeah.
He was doing 20, 30 miles an hour.
Yeah. And then
you gotta go. I'm O.J. Simpson. I'm not pulling over. Pull over. Pull the juice over. What are you doing?
Yeah. Then like the difference with again, it's because it's back then, dude. It was everybody got, like, for me anyway, when we knew that the verdict was coming down, everybody stopped working, and we all huddled around like the radio to get to get that verdict. And whether you liked it or not, people were doing their celebrations or whatever.
Everybody went nuts, either in a positive or a negative way.
Right.
Everybody went nuts.
Yeah, it was like you know what I mean?
Are you kidding me? What's the matter? Yeah. Like, it was very one-sided either way.
Yeah, it was that was a time, man. And I think I would think that because now you see other court cases like Johnny Depp was on, and all these other.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that one,
That was the starter.
was the starter of all the high profile fucking things.
And you know what else we can thank for OJ? Thank you, OJ.
What's
The
that?
Kardashians, because those filthy animals weren't out or popular until what?
No, go ahead.
They weren't around until their father helped get OJ off.
Mm-hmm.
How else would you know her? By the sex tape?
You would know her
Ray
from
J? To be honest, I've never seen that tape. I've never seen that video.
I'm surprised.
I'm surprised too. That's why I'm bringing it up. I'm very surprised by it too. I haven't seen it, so I don't know. Maybe I'll have to watch it. I don't know. I'll have to go find it. The way back with the VHSs.
I'm pretty sure. Well, I'm pretty sure if you used your phone, you could find the video.
I'm sure. But also, I didn't even do this in the intro, but we got a segment coming up that I'm very excited about. This is one of the most talked about segments on our show as of right now. It's either Smash or Pass or Fists of Fury.
Fist of Fury.
Fist of Fury. Dave has a whole new category of Fist of Fury for us today, and I don't know what it is. I'm hoping Dave knows what it is, but I don't know what the category is. But I'm excited to find out. Are you excited to find out, Dave?
I already know what it's about.
I
know. But am I excited to get into it? Sure, let's go.
Let's do it. Fists of Fury. We need to get a ring or an octagon or something.
Ring
in the background.
Yeah, while we're doing this.
Yeah. All right, Dave, what do we got?
Are you ready for the theme of today's event?
I am ready.
It would be 1980s-ish cartoons from back in the day. There was one that I had to pull from the 90s because I couldn't figure out who to match them up against. So I had to reach into the 90s.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go. Let's see who you got.
All right. So we'll do an obvious. We're going to start with...
Of course.
Now, this is going to be good versus evil, buddy. And then we'll go back. Okay. So you got He-Man.
He-Man versus...
And then, of course, his nemesis.
Oh, you went basic? He-Man versus... I mean, He-Man wins every time. And I'm not just saying that because good versus evil, but Skeletor always ran away. He retreated almost every episode. He ran away because He-Man was getting the upper hand, and he would just run away.
Right.
So I got to be honest. I know he's a skeleton with a lot of muscles, but he got no balls. So right off the bat, we're going He-Man.
You're going He-Man?
He-Man.
All right. I got to write this shit
down. You seem disappointed.
Well, because, Skeletor, he became, in the more recent cartoons that are out there, he's become more of a badass where he doesn't run away anymore. So
okay, well, to be honest, Dave,
but you are accurate. Back in the day, he did do all that shit.
And to be honest, when's the last time I watched a He-Man cartoon, Dave? Just saying. I didn't even know that they had newer ones come out, and he was more of a ballsy kind of guy.
There is. You should check them out. They're not all good, but
in my spare time.
Yeah, in your spare time.
Okay.
All right. Optimus Prime.
Okay. That's a classic Optimus.
Yeah, you got to know where I'm going. Where are you at? Going against his nemesis, Megatron. Now, the only reason why I'm doing this is because I'm doing this for the beginning because they usually go one-sided, but I want to see what you think if they actually went against.
I think that on one-on-one, Optimus Prime's losing. I think Megatron Optimus Prime cares too much about the world and this and that. He's trying to save everybody, and that's going to be his weakness, and Megatron's going to win.
He just doesn't care. Yeah.
He doesn't care. Just blow up everybody.
Right.
Guess what, Optimus? That whole family, dead. Optimus goes to save them. He shoots Optimus. Guess what, Optimus? This family dead. You can only save so many people, Optimus. You just have to fight, and there's casualties of war.
right,
One-on-one, Optimus goes down.
So Megatron is your victor.
Megatron is the victor.
All right. Goodbye, Optimus. Next round, we have, and I hope you go the way because I'm skewed on this one. Okay. Lion-O. And I hope, yeah, my boy. Where you at? Mumra. Now, there's only one way in my mind where this goes.
You want Mumra the whole way. I know you do. You are such a sucker for Mumra. You love a man in a skirt. You love Scottish men. The next smash or pass, I'm getting a Scottish guy in there.
Definite smash.
Lion-O versus Mumra. You know what? I'm going to go your way. I'm going your way, and here's why.
Why?
The same reason Optimus loses, Lion-O's great. But without his team, he's a little weak. He's a little weak at times.
My point was...
at the end, all strong and all this, that, the other, and sort of omens and this, that, the other. But by himself, without Snarf and all the other guys, I think Mumra's got him.
Right, because the thing, you take that sword away from Lion-O, he's done.
He's got a paw.
Yeah, exactly.
And to be honest, terrible tan lines. Really. I mean, come on, Lion. I mean,
those aren't tan lines. That's just what his colors are.
Oh, okay.
He's always had those.
That's his fur. I know.
Exactly. He's always had that. As much as
weird.
Yeah. You know, I hate to say it, but yeah, Lion-O's the weakest link.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Okay. Bye-bye. Sorry, Lion-O.
Now.
Thunder.
Of course.
Thunder.
There we go. Now, my boy, old G, Voltron.
Okay.
Now, this is where I had to reach because I couldn't find anything to put him up against.
If you pull up the Power Rangers, I swear to Christ. You freaking...
The Power Rangers Megazord, man. Because he's a ripoff. He's a ripoff of Voltron. They came out with him because of Voltron. Look, the fucking Triceratops and all this shit, man. It's the same thing. It's a ripoff.
That disclaimer you have, put a new one up for me. That says something about this skit right now.
Why? What's wrong with that?
I'll flip. Yeah, get out of here.
And it wasn't animated either, but still, this is the same fucking thing.
Voltron.
Okay.
Please.
Power Rangers. Power Rangers.
Yeah, but they, why did you hate the show so much?
Oh, the graphics were so stupid. The characters were so bad.
Right, but that was its draw, though.
It was an explosion. But come on.
That's what the draw was to it, though, man.
So bad.
It's funny.
That's
funny
that
you.
The beginning of the end with Kardashians, Power Rangers.
That's just funny that you do that. All right.
That's the only one I could compare it to. So I was like,
exactly. I was reaching because who am I going to put them up against? Like, what?
Well, it's kind of
Scooby Doo.
No matter who they go up against, it's kind of skewed because there's 6 of them.
Right. True.
Right. Is it 5 or 6? I think it's.
There's 5. There's 5. There's the legs,
okay, the arms,
2 arms, and the torso.
Right. Okay.
All right. So next round. Next round would be He-Man versus Mumra. This is where it gets interesting.
That's nice, because He-Man's stronger than Lion-O. If you had He-Man versus Lion-O and then Skeletor versus Mumra, that would have been something, Dave. Where were you on that one?
Yeah, but Skeletor again would run away from Mumra. Like that's not a. It's not a.
You put him in there, not me. I would go He-Man or Mumra. He-Man or Mumra. I'm gonna go Mumra, and here's why. He-Man is used to the villains running away after he slightly gets the upper hand. Mumra wouldn't let that happen.
Right.
Mumra would come back and hit him with something, and He-Man would be like, "Ow, that hurt."
That hurt.
And then his after-hour special where he breaks the wall down and starts talking about, listen, kids, it's not always good to fight. The original Jerry Springer of cartoons.
Yeah.
It would be a different. It would be a different public announcement from He-Man.
I'm trying to think because Mumra, like, it's been a while since I followed all the shows, but he does run out of energy eventually, and then he has to go back to the little guy. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So that is a factor in it too. I'm not, but
That's
if it's
true.
just this form, if it's this form versus He-Man, that's a match.
Well, because I mean, He-Man gets from Grayskull also.
Right.
So does he ever? I mean, I've never seen him run out, but he's also never had to go for long periods of time.
Right. True.
Skeletor always ran away.
All right. So you got Mumra. So, all right. So He-Man is now gone.
Goodbye, He-Man. Sorry.
Goodbye, He-Man. And now, so then that would leave Megatron.
And to be honest, I mean, He-Man. If there was ever a male gay character, I think He-Man's the start of all of them.
Okay.
I
don't know why we went there, but
Man of Arms.
don't give the new generation an idea of how to change.
Just
He-Man.
saying, in this woke world, He-Man.
They did that to they did that to She-Ra. Don't let them do that to He-Man.
Okay. All right.
All right, back on track.
Go ahead.
Megatron and Voltron.
I mean, Voltron has to win. There's 5 of them. Megatron
It's one unit. He's one unit. He's not fighting them individually.
Again, I think Voltron has it.
Voltron?
I think Voltron has it. I think they would be hurt. I think they'd be missing an arm or a leg or something, but I think they would come out victorious at the tail end.
Right.
Because they can both fly, they can both shoot stuff out of their arms or mouths or whatever you want to call the freaking arm things that they had, the hands.
Right.
So I think they're kind of even. But I think Voltron has a little bit more power. He's a little,
Form blazing sword. And he
right, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Cut him in half.
Exactly.
All right, goodbye. All right, gone. So then that leaves our final for round 3 of Fist of Fury. Mumra and Voltron.
I'm gonna go Voltron.
Ah, you dick.
Yeah.
You dick.
I mean, because Voltron can fly. Mumra can't fly.
Yes, he can.
Can he fly?
Yeah,
he flying. Did he fly?
Yeah. Yes, he flew.
Ooh. Okay.
He flew.
Dave's pushing it. He wants Mumra to win.
No, I don't care, dude. It's your picks, not mine. Don't be swayed by me.
Here's the Okay, so I would have to say the winner is Voltron Lee. I'm gonna stick with Voltron Lee.
Yeah, because we need a Lee.
We need a Lee at the end. If you've seen the other 2 Fist of Fury, there's always a Lee. So
Yeah, Bruce
Voltron
Lee and Jet Li.
Right.
Voltron is the victor then, huh?
Voltron is the victor.
Sorry, Mumra, I tried, buddy. Boom.
That's
So,
it. Mumra's
And then
out.
we get a...
There it is.
All right, so Voltron goes into round 3 victor, and we'll try to, when we do our finale, try to finagle him in there somehow.
Yeah, see who's gonna fight Voltron. Voltron versus Bruce Lee, or it's gonna be a tough one. We'll see how that works.
Yeah. So, all right. Let me get him out of there. We'll do that. How was that for you? Did you enjoy the cartoon aspect of it?
Yeah, that was good. Good. I would have liked He-Man and Lion-O and Skeletor and Volt.
The goods versus and the goods on one side and the bads on the other.
Yeah, I would have liked that. But
right.
Listen, 6 1, half dozen the other. I liked it. The question is, what do the people have to say? Because this is one of those ones that they're like, really? That's what you picked, and that's why I would have went the other way. So I want to know. I want to know in the comments. Leave them in the comments. Let us know what you think. Where did I go wrong, or what did you agree with me on?
Right.
Let me know about your Fist of Fury thoughts.
Yes, because I was going 1980s good versus evil, and let that roll.
And then he brought in Power Rangers.
And then the Power Rangers. Again, who am I going to put him up against?
I don't know. Maybe pick a different. Maybe not
the Smurfs.
Voltron, maybe
pick up the Smurfs.
See, you could have had the Smurfs versus Gargamel.
That's for another one, man. Oh boy!
All right, let's hit a question real quick. And then I'm not even going to go to the shoot. Let's not even go through the thing. We're running on time, so let's just go right to the questions. Let's just do that. Boom!
Wow, that was quick.
I don't mess around.
All right, so we're only doing one question. So let me see which one I want to bring up then. Okay, I guess we'll do this one.
Okay, do this one.
If you were single and dating in today's society, would you want to know the body count of the person you might date? Now, do you know what the body count means?
Yes, I do. I know what the body
Okay,
count is. I know you had to look it up.
No, I knew what body count was. I didn't originally, but the more I heard of this terminology...
Oh, okay. So, okay.
You know,
Yeah, no,
I figured it out.
Count. Yeah.
Yes.
I know body counts. What I want to know, this day and age is difficult because this day and age is a lot different than it was back in the day.
Yeah. Back in our day, you didn't want like they didn't want that out there.
Not only did they not want it out there, it wasn't as okay. It's so much more okay to have random sex with random people and just one night stands or whatever, because it's more acceptable. Women are okay doing it. They're not filthy hooas anymore or anything else. You know the difference between a slut and a whore, Dave?
Well, is this a deep thought? What, Don?
It doesn't happen. Oh, but it can be. A whore sleeps with everybody but you. A slut just sleeps with everybody. We all bang that slut. She's such a whore. She slept with everybody except for me. Think about it. Have you ever heard men talk like that? Have you ever heard men talk about other men like that? That's what it is. If they don't sleep with you, they're a whore. If they sleep with you and everybody else, they're a slut. I don't know if you knew that.
I did not. This is the more I know now. Oh my God.
What I want to know, to be honest, for me, I don't care. I honestly, I don't have a problem with it. I know a lot of guys do.
Yeah.
Here's my theory. Are you clean?
Yes.
That's it. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm concerned about. Or are you disease-free? And if so, I'm okay. It doesn't matter. Yeah. It could have been everybody and anybody. Mm-hmm. But if you're not clean, then it's a problem.
Then it's a problem. Yeah. You're
right. But the number itself, no, you did what you did. I did what I did, and who cares? Whatever.
Right.
I'm not. But I'm not intimidated or insecure about certain things like that, and a lot of men are.
Right, but not that they. I guess if you cheat, you cheat. If you don't, you don't. But would you think if they have a higher body count number, that they would be more likely to cheat? Yes.
No.
No.
No, because I'm not.
As long as you're handling your business, you're good.
I mean, to be honest, let's be real. It doesn't matter what the count is prior. It's what you do from this day forward.
Right.
So, if my wife judged me, where would I be?
Right.
I'm not saying I have a body count of 200, but I think I'm a little higher than you.
This is 199.
It's less than 199 also. But 196. No. No, I'm only kidding. It's nowhere near that. But like for real though, like it is what it is. Who cares if she's with you now and you're with her now and you agree that this is it? Right. And that's it. And my theory always was when I was dating, if I was dating more than one person at a time, I was finding the right person quicker. Where you going one at a time, I was maybe going 2 or 3 at a time. Mm-hmm.
Variety, baby.
And you go through and you figure out what you want more in life. Mm-hmm. The more people you have, the more you know what you like. The more you know what you like, the more you could tell somebody.
Right. Wow.
I didn't even...
It's a double one.
That wasn't even... I think Adrian put that one in. From the depths.
Man, he timed that perfectly, too.
Good. But yeah, so I mean, I don't think body counts matter for me personally. I know for a lot of people it does, but no, for me it was never that big of a deal. So
no, I could just see like people, to sum it all up. I think people can get like if they found out that number, they might be intimidated by it. You know, if yours is like 5 and theirs is like 50, 30, it's like 50, whoa,
right? Yeah, exactly. But with that, hopefully that makes you a better lover for your partner.
Right there, you go.
We'll see. And on that note, we'll end it. Hopefully you liked the show. Hopefully you had a good time. Hopefully you smiled and laughed with us. Like I said, write about the comments. Let me know about what you thought about our Fists of Fury. Hit the like button. Ring the bell for notification. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We've got a week. Every week we got one coming out every hump day because why not drop it, but on a hump day. And send in your questions at shootingitstraightwdc@gmail.com. so you can find out what Donnie C really thinks about shooting it straight with you. Till next week.
Peace, everybody.